I can only go that fast for so long, but I can speak very, very quickly. I was chasing a dragon with no medieval invention. I go to sleep and dream my life would be for me. If I catch it, I'll let my demons possess me until I woke up in a wreck and realized that I had destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings. Like my feet were magnetic, the street was still connected. We couldn't. All right, yeah, that's about what I can do. I can go probably. It's really hard to actually keep that up because I'll just start running out of breath.
You gotta train that diaphragm.
Especially because now I have.
Well, props for you for for doing it and then doing it that fast.
Yeah, that is impressive.
You got like 4 or 5 cents.
That was pretty hot.
You just ran out.
Whoever's mixing these drinks is doing a terrible job. This shit is way too heavy.
Maybe I can do this. Hold on. 1.25.
What about 0.25?
Let's look at me for a second, man. I was deep in depression, making me weak and pathetic. I thought I needed the license. It leaves an impression. I'm going too fast, actually.
Yeah, you can't slow down.
That's a
you can't stop.
You're like ramping up.
No medieval invention. I go to sleep and dream my life would be for me if I catch it.
You
I let my
can't slow
demons
down.
possess me until I woke up in a wreckage and realized that I destroyed a whole cathedral of blessings. It's like my feet were magnetic. The street was still connected. I couldn't seem to reach the sky no matter how far I'm stretching. Beaten to death and screaming for help for a second. Now I put everything I bleed into completing my records. I can't compete with my past, but I'm still seeking the relics. And I believe with every breath I breathe, the sequel is better. No fear of surrender. I'm clearing the pressure. The tears I remember will never let me forget. I was new to the devil. I never claimed to be holy, but I get angel's protection.
I'll give it up.
Yeah, much props for sure. Is the guy
that was good.
That you're mimicking or imitating? Does he do it that fast?
No.
Oh, you just took his stuff and sped it up?
Well, no, yeah. So I'm on YouTube right now, and I took it to 1.5, so it's 50% faster.
Okay.
I think as long as you go faster or slower, it can't be copyright claimed also.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. No, this is a song that I think Spotify told me I listened to this.
Your Spotify
I think it was
wrap-up?
over. Yeah, you know, like the Spotify, like Unwrapped or Wrapped, whatever it is. That was my top song of 2021, and I listened to it 529 times.
God dang.
And I actually, I memorized the entire thing, but like, you know, when I was listening to it heavily. So to the point to where I didn't even need the song to play, and I did the whole song.
Oh my god.
Like I was able to rap the whole song. So, yeah, no, I don't rap, but
I don't
speak fast.
You don't rap, but you do rap. You know what else is rapped?
Over here.
You know what else is wrapped? The presents under the Christmas tree, much like the Bants episode 3, coming to you live.
I thought you were gonna say, you know what's wrapped? Not me.
And there we go. There's the first one of the night. Welcome to the Bants episode 3. Hold on, I got the words. I got the words. I just wrote a song for us. Welcome to the Bants episode 3, Under the Christmas Tree, where I'm spitting bars, sending out Christmas cards. I gotta deal with Hallmark. I'll be your superhero. Call me Tony Stark. Because we're saving your Christmas with our podcast. Don't worry, this episode won't be the last. So hit that subscribe button. It don't cost you nothing. Come listen in every Friday. Same time, same place. Never a delay.
Yay!
I love it.
That was good.
That was really good.
That was solid. I give it a.
Damn, that was a solid.
You know what? I was gonna give it a 9, but then you dabbed, so it's definitely a 10.1.
Yes. On unrelated note. Okay, I don't
perfect.
know what this says about me as a person, but I'm having Crown Peach and Sprite, and for some reason, every time I mix drinks, I use a knife. Like there's spoons,
A butter knife.
but no matter what, I always opt for the butter knife every time.
I was watching the way you stirred it. You were just like, you did this on top of the...
Doing a tea swirl. Yeah.
Are you you finger blasting your drink, dude?
No, he's finger blasting it with the knife like that. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well, I mean, that is one way to mix it, though.
It does look sophisticated.
Yeah. I mean, see,
He looks sophisticated with that new haircut.
You should have the pinky
Not homeless.
out when you do it.
It's all over my fingers now. This is gross.
So you have to do this. Like,
That's true.
you have to mix
Please clean up after yourself.
You have to mix it like this with your pinky out. This is hard.
Yeah, this is awkward.
I mean, it looks like
how
you're
spill
just
everywhere.
That's turn the pink one. This thing.
I think you're bullshitting, dude. I think that's some water in there.
Rather shocking, as they say.
Exactly.
So that I think that leads us to our first question of the day. What are we all drinking?
Crown Peach.
I'm drinking coffee. Mushroom coffee.
Right.
Mushroom coffee.
Mushroom
what?
coffee. Yeah. Not the magic kind.
Super Mario.
But
Just regular Coke, and then I got some water to the side in case I run out. I'm almost out, but
I'm dual wielding some gamer fuel and some Kool-Aid.
So was that gamer fuel?
Kool-Aid
I like it.
and the 16-ounce bottle.
Was the gamer fuel actual G Fuel or was it Mountain Dew? Because kind of
It was Mountain Dew, as
okay.
I always, that's what I always call it. That and Monster, I call those gamer
You
fuels.
gotta get that code red.
Yeah, Mountain Dew Code Red. Brought to you by Mountain Dew Code Red.
Right.
So
I like it the best.
So it's officially Christmas. This is the Christmas episode. Merry Christmas to all. Now,
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
When I think of Christmas, there's only one movie that comes to mind, and of course that's Die Hard. And you know what happens in Die Hard? People get shot. And you know who else got shot? Nolan, apparently, because we have a topic. No one gets shot! Exclamation mark? Question mark?
The connections.
I totally forgot.
That you got shot?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't get shot. I just. It was close enough.
Did you say you shot the sheriff?
But not the deputy.
Shot the sheriff?
Yeah.
But he didn't shoot the deputy.
Deputy
you know
dog.
what? I have something to say about one of those sheriffs that walked in. All right. Well, we'll get to that. So, I just absolutely demolished one of my desk legs. That was cool. Okay. So, let me wiggle on over here. So, I was working at Albertsons one night.
He loves these real people's names, real people's places.
Can we just say that it was on Christmas Eve, even though it obviously wasn't just for the sake of storytelling?
Make it a holiday.
Yeah, just to make it a Christmas story.
That's bad juju, man. That's bad juju.
Can we say your name is Bruce McLean?
Sure, man. So.
Wait, that's not even his name.
That's the real name.
John McClane. His name's John McClane.
John McClane.
I combined them. Okay, sorry. I'm interrupting everything. I'm just gonna go back to drinking with my pinky out.
So that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah. So I was working at Albertsons one night. All right, and the time is currently 9:11. All right. Now, I don't know about you, but like I saw the time and then things started happening and then I'm like, I feel like he did it on purpose. But I can't say for certain. So I'm at self-checkout. I am like I wish I had a map to like draw out to you guys. But
I'll RP Nolan while he's telling this story.
Yeah. So this is not gonna be good. Okay, so
like it.
Hands on the hips and everything.
Okay, all right. So I'm standing where Tim is, right? Okay, or Zeke. I'm sorry. All right, and to my right. Okay, there is. This is good. All right, so okay, actually, I'll start with my left. All right, so I'm at self checkout, right? On your left, on my left, okay. There is a customer. There is a family of people at the self checkout register. Okay. Yeah. Waving.
I like this. I like this a lot. Keep going.
So, and there's a monitor right in front of me, kind of like how your computer monitor is right in front of you. Okay, but it's more eye level. And that's saying something because I'm 6'4", right? So then I look at the time and what do you know? It's 9:11 p.m. I don't think anything of it, So, okay, cool. I look to my left. I help the customer. I was about to help the customer, right? And then I heard some glass shatter and it was very loud. And I said this out loud. I was like, man, that almost sounded like a gunshot. And I thought it was like one of those glass bottles, like the big milk glass bottles that shattered.
Mm-hmm.
So then this guy walks in to my right, and I'm like, oh, cool. What are you doing? And then he says, yes.
Did anybody catch that?
And then, yeah, I did. And
Almost got by me. Yeah.
He, the guy that walks in, after I hear the milk bottle crash down, right? Is he has his gun up in the air and he's like, everybody on the ground. And then he shoots into the ceiling. Yeah, that's kind of what I did. That's kind of what I did, though. I heard him do that. He said, everybody on the ground. He shot. And I stood there, and I kind of just stared at him. I don't know why. I wasn't even scared. I was just like, all right, this is interesting. And then so I'm a front-end manager at the time, but I'm helping out self-checkout. The front-end manager that's counting the registers at the time comes out of the office, and she's like, "What was that?" And so after he says, "Everybody get on the ground," this front-end manager is looking at me like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "Come on, let's go." And so then we sprint out into the parking lot. There you go. There you go. That's exactly what it looked like too. And so yeah, we sprint out into the parking lot behind her car, and we just hide behind the car. And we call the police. I call the police. The family is actually running out with us. So we call the police, and me and the husband of that family are basically trying to give all the information to the police, what we know, because, the guy's inside. He shoots again, and there was actually a bullet hole in the wall next to the entrance for the longest time. They finally patched like 2 months ago, just before I quit. So it had been there about 9 months. So we're giving all this information to the police. He's like, what's the license plate number? I'm like, I don't fucking know, bro. Now I got to go sprint over to the truck that he drove. So I said, I'm pretty sure I still remember the license plate number, but I think it's the, well, I can't spoil that part of the story. But anyways, it's someone else's truck, not the actual shooter's truck. So I can't really say it, But then I don't know that you're really role playing very well anymore.
I think it's been spot on the whole time, bro.
Maybe. So we get that. I run back over, and he comes out and gets in the truck and drives away. So it really wasn't that crazy eventful. But then, me and the other front-end manager go back inside because we're like, I wonder if anyone actually, got shot or anything, because he did pop a couple shots off. So we go in, and there's blood everywhere. There's blood from the entrance where he came in, which was locked. By the way, the middle door is open. He could have gone through the middle door, but instead he went to the door that was locked and just shot the glass. That was what I thought was a milk bottle. So then, what's up?
No, continue.
Did you? Oh, okay. So there's blood all the way from the door all the way to the cash office. So, now what was interesting about this though is that as he was walking in, he didn't look to his right at all. Like he went to the deli because he saw someone in deli. And so this all sounds like really stupid. Like this person has got to be dumb. How do you rob a store and then go to the deli? Like, oh, give me all your ham. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So,
make a sandwich.
Anyways, right. Make me a sandwich. So yeah, apparently he was dragging the girl from the deli around at gunpoint. That was cool. But the blood wasn't from her or anyone else but himself. He cut himself on the way in. So he's bleeding everywhere.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. And he was dragging this girl around saying, how do I get into the register? Give me the money. And she's like, well, I'm not a cashier. I don't have a number, so you're fucked. And so he tried shooting the register. That did not work. He tried shooting for whatever reason.
Now he's role playing
now he's role playing
the robber.
Yeah. Changing roles, yeah.
So then he shoots the cabinet below the register because obviously that always has money in it.
He's
so
kicking it.
So this person is actually 14 years old. This kid is 14 years old.
The
What a
robber?
twist.
The robber, yeah. And so that explains why he's so stupid. Like you figure you'd go for the money first.
You definitely didn't
not the
think about that at all.
Right. So he does that. So we're all worried. The front end manager, she's like crying, hyperventilating, and I don't know what to do. I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be fine. I had no idea. I was like, yeah, we're all good. No one got hurt, you know. So yeah, there you go. The Spider-Man 3 dance.
3 for 3 on referencing that.
Right. Anyways, so I make an announcement to the store like the shooter's gone. I'm out of breath. I'm dehydrated. I tried to go follow his truck when he was leaving because to see what direction he went. They actually got him in well, I guess I won't say. I don't know if that really matters, but it was like 45 minutes away. So I mean, yeah, it really wasn't that crazy, but it there was one shitty thing after that happened though. Like I came into work the next 2 days, and I was pissed. I was just angry, and I could not. Well, obviously I could explain why, but I was pissed because the head of security came down that night, and I'm like, what security? And so I was pissed because the dude comes down, sees that we have a shooting, and then proceeds to not give us security. I just think it was horseshit. It pissed me off, and it still pisses me off thinking about it. I'm like, dude, at least have someone. Well, I would feel safer if there was a 14-year-old, fair is fair, right, with a baseball bat. I really wouldn't care as long as he's ready to fight for the store. Great. But no security. So that pissed me off. And then after the 2 days, I called out because I had 2 days off coming up, and I only had one more day of work to get there. So I just called out for that day. Had a 3-day weekend. It was pretty nice. And then I come back, and I heard from another front end manager that the actual front end manager, so this is like the fourth at Sprouts, but there it's like a completely different role, was talking shit about how I called out and how he had been through a shooting, and it's not that bad. I can't believe that no one would call out. That's crazy. It's not traumatizing. It's not anything, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? And it's not. I mean, I came into work the next 2 days, and I called out a day, and then I came back to work. I didn't call out any other days. That was the only time I called out there, actually. And he was talking shit, and then he found out that I knew about him talking shit. And he went up to me at one point and he was like, I didn't really mean, what I said about the, he didn't even specify. He just said, oh, and he was apologizing. I'm like, you're a shithead, dude. I didn't say that, but fuck off, dude. That guy pissed me off. So, and then the store director at the time came to me and he was like, oh yeah, she actually didn't get dragged around at gunpoint, so it actually wasn't that bad. And I'm like, well, that's weird because the fourth manager at the time actually got his gun from his car and came up to the entrance and was ready to fire. He had a shot on the guy, but he didn't want to risk it because the girl was being dragged around at gunpoint. And so he saw that she was being held at gunpoint. And then the store director lies to me about it. And I'm like, what the fuck? That pissed me off too. So there was just like little shitty things going on about the whole thing. I'm like, dude, just be honest about it, It doesn't make any sense to lie about it. Are you trying to like save face or like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It's fine. It's fine. Nobody worry about it. And then I had to hear about it like for the next week. Like, oh, I heard there was a shooting. I'm like, yeah, I was there. It was really cool. Yeah, there was a lot of faking my emotions that week. But you have to do that all the time at a grocery store anyway, so.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Wasn't-
Couple questions, if you don't mind me asking.
Sure, yeah.
Did you guys went outside and you called the cops and they were on scene when they took off? Like, when anybody stopped him at the door as he was walking out?
Oh no, I'm sorry. So they showed up after
Okay.
he left. So he was there probably for like 5 minutes.
All right.
Maybe it probably felt like 30.
Wait, they
but-
didn't get there sooner as I saying, hey, we have a shooting and a robbery in progress?
And they were fucking taking their sweet ass time, dude.
Oh my god.
They took their sweet ass time. I called the cops when I worked at another grocery store for some girl that was drunk in her car. They showed up in 30 fucking seconds. I expected the same result, but no. They took their time. And then one fucking guy, this is the guy that I was gonna, Tim, you might want to roleplay this. This is one.
Oh, here we go.
Get a pillow. Get a pillow.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Get a pillow. It's gotta be
Oh.
your riot shield.
Oh.
Okay. So this man goes in. Pissed me the fuck off. He's gone. He is gone. Cops are already in the store looking around like nobody's there. It's confirmed clear. We know, okay? And this guy fucking rolls in. And he is out of shape, obviously, because he's just chugging along. He has this little fucking Glock. Just, going into the store. Like,
It's
bro,
not easy carrying all that gear, bro. Come on.
Sure, but like, what the fuck are you doing now? He's gone. He's long gone. Maybe if you had showed up 5 minutes ago, you would have needed it. But he's gone, bro.
Oh my god.
And he just looked so fucking stupid, man. I laughed. I laughed and I scoffed audibly. And I was just, man, I don't know. So it wasn't that bad. It wasn't too, traumatizing or anything. It was just like, yeah, again, it was more just like, damn, bro, you're here with a gun? Like, what are you robbing a grocery store for? Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's
what I
a
was
little-
feeling like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
A 14-year-old attempts to rob a grocery store, drags a girl around, cuts himself in the process, drove to the grocery store, and then drove away. Like,
Yeah.
a 14-year-old.
Yeah.
Imagine if we put that towards some good.
I know. Well, the thing is, too, like, you think about the 14-year-old. The 14-year-old was able to make everybody else submit in an instant just because he had a gun. And it just makes you think, like, holy fuck, dude. If you are a dumbass parent, and I don't want it to get political, but you get the point. If you're a dumbass parent and, they get your gun, they can fuck shit up on accident or on purpose. Whatever they want to do, if you didn't raise them right or whatever, they can get that and they can just go at it if they want to. And that's exactly what happened because apparently it was the grandpa's truck. And he lived with his grandpa because his mother and father are drunks or some shit. And the mother and father would actually come in and shop at the grocery store. And they had no remorse, dude. They didn't apologize. They didn't say anything about it.
He's just acting out.
boys will be boys.
Boys
That's
will
what
be
they said.
boys.
I
see this right
kid you
here?
not.
That bullet hole's for my son. There it is.
Yeah, he's
Right,
like he's
right.
like
I'm
he's like
proud of you,
he's like a
son.
father at a baseball game. See that bullet hole? That's my boy.
Well, dude, it was the biggest load of shit too because when we had the court hearing or I think it's called a hearing, it was over the phone, and I didn't actually get called because the person, I can't remember what her title was, but the person that's like trying to reach out to all the victims, said, if you want to go to if you want to be called for the court hearing, then just let me know. And she said that for like a month or like, a couple weeks or whatever, however long it took. And I never responded because I'm just like, fuck off, dude. I don't want to talk to you. But the last minute I did, like a few days before, I actually did tell her that I wanted to go and she never responded. So I was like, okay. But I did hear the other front-end manager that was, dying on the inside, crying and all that, did go. And so did the mom, actually, of that family that was right next to me at self-checkout. She actually went to the hearing virtually. And the fucking bitch-a-rooney dooney of a mother of that kid went and said that shit, what you said. Like,
Yeah.
oh, he's just stressed because of COVID. you know, he's just acting out because he hasn't gotten out, and you know, he just feels all isolated and stuff. And the fucking mom, thank God that mom was there, because she called her out on the shit and was like, horse shit. No, there are plenty of other 14-year-olds that are locked up right now because of the virus. And you're going to do this shit? No. There are plenty of others that probably take it out on their pillow or something, okay? Do something. I never acted that way, but then again, I never was really locked up. You know, I get to drive and stuff. I'm an adult, but a 14-year-old, maybe I get it, you know, but I never really went anywhere with my parents. I just kind of, you know, I wanted to play in the front yard or go in the backyard, like play Halo 3, like, you know, what the fuck, you know? I'm not going, oh, I'm so angry and isolated. I got to go shoot up a store and give me all your turkey. Like,
the Southwest is. Yeah, what if he just wanted a sandwich?
I know, he goes up, he's like,
just snag all the cereal you want.
He's like, well, I don't have $5, but I have a pistol.
Right, yeah.
This is currency, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it is now. Where's your cinnamon toast crunch, bitch?
Yeah.
Right.
And I don't want the knockoff brand.
Right.
Yeah. Don't give me that signature
malto
select
meal.
bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the malto meal. Give me the actual name brand.
Grade A General Mills, bitch.
Yeah, I better see. It better be a watermark on that motherfucker.
Watermark.
So
I don't want any organic certification on that thing, man. It needs to be full of chemicals.
I need it better increase my cholesterol significantly.
Yes.
Significantly. I do have a question about Tim's role playing aspect. Part of it.
Sure.
So you said that Nolan said, like, I wish there was a 14-year-old with a bat just walking around ready to fight for the store. And then you did this. Was that you carrying a bat? Or okay, I thought you were saying, I won a war. Thank you guys. You guys have a good night.
It could be both. Dual purpose. You know, subliminal messaging.
Yeah, holding up the bat in achievement.
They really like me.
Or shaking a big maraca.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That sounded bad.
I lost my drink. We're on to number 2.
And there it goes.
Not cleaning it up.
I was in the first one. Yeah.
And that's why you do
There's Coke everywhere. He's just like, yeah, we're good. I got water.
It was towards the end of it. It's mostly ice, but there's a little. I gotta get that later.
I still got like a quarter of a bottle to go through. So
everyone forward. Let's go, boys.
Okay, so I was thinking, since it's the Christmas episode, I was like, what Christmas character should each person be? That's why I wrote Santa Claus. I'm like, okay, I think I got it. I think I nailed it. So Anthony, Santa Claus.
I mean,
Brian, Mrs. Claus.
Okay, interesting. Oh, what am I?
Nolan, obviously the Grinch.
The Grinch. Okay.
The Grinch of Halo Infinite.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, I like that.
And then I'm the elf.
Okay.
Are you like elf as in Will Ferrell's elf?
I could be Will Ferrell too. We did do Step Brothers for Halloween, so
yes, true. Did John C. Reilly play?
I got my vest over
play
there.
Santa.
My vest? Hold on.
Yo, we got these vests for our Halloween costume, and they were the best. Like, it made me want to become a vest person. That's how good they were.
Really comfortable.
Very comfortable, bro. I told Tim that, and he's like, "All right, mine's coming." And then, as soon as he got his, he put it on and took a picture and sent it to me, saying, "Never taking this off." The best vest.
Well, now I'm excited.
It's like $22. I don't got mine handy. Hopefully, Tim, get yours.
I found socks that say "I'm gaming, do not disturb." I don't even know when I got these, but whoever gave me these, thank you. These are sweet socks.
I mean, those are cool, but like, when does someone see you wearing those?
Because when my feet are kicked up when I'm slaying kids on Halo.
Right, so like they come into your room and then you're just like,
are they on the bottom of your feet?
Yeah. You just see it, be like, "Don't disturb me, man."
Hold on, I think I know where the vest is.
Give them the foot.
You guys fill time. I'll be back in a
Get
second.
that vest. Oh my god. Look, saying, this vest is the best. Fucking Amazon gets you all the good stuff, bro, for like $20. I need more in my life.
Does have some pretty kick-ass stuff.
I know.
I mean, for cheap too.
When I told my girl I was getting a vest, she was like, "I hate vests. It's not gonna look good on you." I put it on. She was like, "You know, you can work that. That's good. That's good." Yeah. So if it turned a non-believer into a believer. That's there it is.
Oh, look
Oh.
at that.
Oh man. I like
His
it,
sweet,
dude.
sweet.
Do some of
I love
this,
it.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, it's some Spider-Man dancing.
Oh yeah.
Spidey's gonna be coming up a lot, I guess.
Dude, this thing is so soft.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Told you, right?
So we can talk about different topics, but I want to ask the question: who has seen the new Spider-Man?
I think you're the only one so far.
Anyone?
It's only you.
I have
That
not.
fucking sucks, dude. Because I want to talk about it, but
I think I'm
Soon.
seeing it on Thursday.
We're gonna shoot for talking about it on the New Year's episode.
Okay.
So one more
I'll
episode.
have to, you're giving me a little bit of the blue balls, but
Oh, is that
You
right?
can just prepare you can prepare your speech.
man, there's no preparing speech, dude. With me, it's like I gotta figure it out as I go. It sounds sporadic at first, and then once I get it, it's just like this long ass story.
That's
But
I just know I
relatable.
want to see it so bad.
Wait, I have to take this off. I'm hot.
I'll just say it's good.
All right.
It's
Awesome.
That's too much.
It's
Too
good.
much. Don't say anything else.
Spoiler.
Spoilers, bro.
I've ever seen, dude.
Oh my god! I had someone
So
at work
bad.
trying to ruin the movie for me. I had to bob and weave and
It's at the very
and
least
roll.
better than the last two. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Are you putting the vest on the penguin? I like it, but
Oh,
Oh.
I don't want this to become rated R, Tim. Hold up.
Oh.
You wearing a belt, buddy? Come on now. I saw some skin. Oh,
there it is again.
yeah.
It's like showing a little shoulder. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh.
I wonder how this is going to sound. This whole episode so far is going to sound to audio-only listeners.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody's listening to this via audio, you need to check out the video.
Yeah, you
On
need to check out
YouTube.
the video. At the very least, this one you should just be watching it video. You can go back to audio later. But
100%.
Perfect.
There's some role playing aspects in this video.
Yeah, this is a very video heavy episode.
The penguin is looking pretty good, though.
The penguin is balling out.
Where's that penguin from? Like, what is it?
So that was from I won a super rigged carnival game in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I got giant penguin.
What game was it? Did you have
You
to
had-
climb that
No, it was like you had
rope
to.
ladder?
So you had to like throw 3 balls into this super bouncy thing, and it had to land in a hole. And it was, I swear, it was the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. I think because I got 2. It's like you had to like throw it so perfectly so it would just land and roll and not bounce. And on the third one, I was sweating. I was sweating hard. You thought being held at gunpoint was stressful? You have no clue.
When there's a stuffed penguin on the line, man.
It's a giant pink penguin.
That's true.
How long did it take you how many dollars did you put into?
That was a one shot.
What?
One shot tot. I have a friend who can confirm this. Who
Wow.
we'll have to have her make a special guest appearance.
So
That's
what was the cost of the game? Like $3 for a throw?
Oh my god. It was like I think it was like $2. $2 for a round. This
That's
was at a
not bad.
carnival. This was like because this was before I moved. This is like 2017 probably.
Now, was this a state fair or a carnival put on by like a church?
It's there's some.
I want to know how
there-
carny
it's
the
in-
carnival was.
Okay, so it's in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And it's like it's something for they have some like tulip festival or something. I don't remember what it is, but then there's also this carnival. It's really cool.
Is this when
So
the
I got-
tulips
Actually,
bloom?
wait, I can look it up. Hold on.
All right.
Grand Rapids Dope Festival thing in spring. There we go.
I hope you put all of that in there verbatim
Yeah.
in your search.
I have no idea what it's trying to tell me about, but
You put dope in there. It's gonna come up with so many things.
That's true.
What do you got, Tim? What's
yeah, it is Tulip Festival. Yeah, it's literally called Tulip Time. It's in May in Grand Rapids.
Tulip time.
Or I guess it's
Okay.
technically in Holland, but
Hey guys, I think we made a mistake
Wait,
with our podcast name. I think it should be Tulip Time.
Tulip Time.
No, I've
Tim the
experienced
Tulip
podcasts.
Man Taylor.
There it is. I like that. That's nice. Again, Brian could be Wilson on the other side of the
Yeah, it's really
fence,
It's
yeah.
really cool.
howdy ho neighbor.
That was also the first time I ever had pho, and I got it in my eye. and it was super
Spicy?
hot. Yeah, so I made it super hot, and I immediately just like flung the broth into my eye, and I was like, this burns a lot.
What is pho?
It's like a Vietnamese noodle bowl. Basically, a big thing of soup with a bunch of stuff you put into it. It's awesome.
Sounds
Is there
good.
any proteins or just vegetables?
Yeah, you can put everything in there. I had this like weird. She was trying to like find something that I wouldn't like, because also for any listeners, if you can find a food that I don't like, send it my way. Good luck. Because I was trying all kinds of weird shit. There's something that like literally just like didn't have a flavor.
So
wait, there was no flavor?
Were the noodles made out of veggies? Or was
you
it
can get whatever kind of noodles you want. Like you can get like whatever like udon or whatever. Chow mein, whatever kind of noodles you want. Speaking of which, Mongolian Bbq.
Is that the plan next week?
That is the plan.
Good stuff right there.
I think I remember going there. It was pretty damn good.
Dude, Mongolian Bbq, all you can eat. Oh my god, I'm in heaven.
Speaking another good all you can eat place is Mana.
Yeah, Mana Korean barbecue.
I totally vouch for Mana.
Yes.
Where's this at?
I've got it's literally it's right next to the ice rink and stuff. It's in that area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's very good and it's very cheap. For Korean barbecue, it's very cheap.
I don't venture off to all you can eat
we'll take
or
you.
buffets.
Actually, we might take you there too, because like
I think we should.
My friend that is visiting is the hot pot / Korean barbecue cooking master. So Korean barbecue is way easier than doing, but dude, his hot pot combinations are like out of control. He's cracked. We might have to find a hot pot place. So
you keep saying that. What's a hot?
So hot pot is like you get like whatever kind of broth. So it'll be like whatever kind of broth you want, and then you can put whatever like veggies and meat and stuff you want in it.
Mm-hmm.
And two of my friends, which one of them will be here next week, is he's the goat of hot pot. Like he took me to hot pot place the first time. I think it was when I was visiting him. Yeah, it was when I was visiting him, and we went to this hot pot place, and he's just like, "I got you," and everything that he combined was like amazing, absolutely amazing. And everyone else thought it was amazing too, because coming from me, it's like, yeah, okay, you find everything delicious. Like I probably was gnawing on my desk, but
so just like broth and noodles and whatever vegetables you want.
Yeah, and then like anything you want in there, you get some dank meat.
What separates it from like any other noodle bowls is the type of,
because it's like a big
spice
pot.
or
yeah, it's like literally you have like 3 big. I guess depending on how big of a table you have. So there's a lot of us there. So we had like 3 big pots like on the table, and you like cook it
and
there.
Then you just help yourself.
Yeah.
To what's in the pot.
Yeah, it's great. And then
wonderful.
you have like whatever, you got like shrimp, various seafoods, various meats.
That does sound
really
pretty cool.
We can probably find a hot pot place.
Has anybody ever thought it's a big sham that you go somewhere to cook and you still pay full price?
Yeah, that is a fair point, but it's fun. Like I said,
Korean barbecue,
I was sitting back. Korean barbecue is just you just flip the meat over. You just sit there and just flip the meat over.
Yeah, that's all you do is you just watch it.
And then when you go with a bunch of white people, shout outs to Yobo de Hobo. When we went to Mana, every single time the waitress walked past, she would turn the grill down. And then when I went with my Asian friend, never turned the grill down. It's like, all right, we're being profiled. Like these white people have no idea what they're doing over here.
They knew what temperature to keep it.
It's just like we just have it where we want it. They just walk by and turn it down. I'm like, someone must have burned this thing down. There's probably some old. Oh my! Also, funny story. When we went there was like this old couple walking in front of us, and the dude's like, "So do you guys got cheeseburger?"
You came the wrong.
How do you not have a cheeseburger? What do you mean you don't have a cheeseburger?
There's a McDonald's at the other corner. Go there.
Because you know that area, there's like every restaurant you can think of is there. I assume they saw BBQ and they're like, yeah, cheeseburger.
Good classic
barbecue was my sweet baby Ray's. Oh yes, sir.
Yeah, do you guys have the number 4?
Yeah.
Give me a number 4.
Oh yeah, number 4.
Some was slaw.
It was a slaw.
Oh god, I couldn't even imagine that dude reading the menu.
What the hell is a bulgogi?
You know why?
See the K.
You know why they turn the burner down though? Because they have to replace it.
Yeah, well,
they don't want to replace
we ask when we need it to be replaced. Like when we're gonna put pork on there, or if we had pork on there, it's like, hey, no, I mean they would just literally just drive by, turn it down, like we're just like, and we would always just be like, what the fuck? Like what?
Yeah,
I'll give you the impression. It's like, you know, okay, if you, I don't know if you've watched the Chappelle Show, but there's a skit called the Mad Real World, and the dude's dad just gets drive-by shanked. That's what they would do to our grill. It would just be like this. Like let me see if let me RP this again.
Oh, some more RP in action.
This is very RP heavy. I like it.
They make no eye contact. Like you won't be able to see my face, but just remember, they're just looking straight. They're just, and then just keep walking. They just literally just drive by, turn it down, and just keep walking. It's like, bro, we need to cook our meat.
Low and slow. It's the way to
But
go.
on the topic of restaurants, let me pitch you guys this idea. All right, now hear me out. We had this idea at lunch the other day. So it's a restaurant, and you don't talk to the waiters and waitresses. So how it works is you do charades for what you want, and whatever they determine that you're trying to, and whatever they determine that you're trying to order is what you get. So like I was doing like, so this was, I was trying to get
no way you get what you want with that shit.
I was trying to get the El Diablo shrimp at Oregano's, and I was doing this.
What do you do if you want? What do you do?
Or if you want some stuffed shells, you do this.
Oh my god!
What do you do
Stuffed
when you
shells,
want like a cheeseburger though?
That's
like with a spatula, you know, like this or something. Like what the fuck do you do? Yeah, like
I could not work there because the worst things would pop in my mind.
Yeah.
No, I think that's that's $1 million idea.
It's $1 million in debt idea. Yeah.
It sounds so fun, but like again, I couldn't work there, and then maybe there should be like a machine that reads your body language as you're trying to say, and they'd be like, "Do you think they're talking about this?" That'd be kind of cool, but everyone would be.
Some old guy would walk in
there
though,
forever.
and you know he would be so mad. He'd be
What
so
do you mean
mad.
I don't use my words?
This
It's America. My Fifth Amendment. Just wanting my cheeseburger.
Right. And then like, I mean, if I was a server there, I would totally bring him something completely different if they were mad at me.
Yeah, that's the fun part is that if you work there, you can just be like, oh, I know exactly what this person wants, but fuck them.
Right, exactly. You're like, oh,
my bad.
I thought you meant mayonnaise on a plate. My bad.
Yeah, mayonnaise on a plate, which we all know the universal. I can't do that on YouTube. The universal sign is.
Was that the universal sign?
Oh, the universal sign for mayonnaise on a plate. You can't see what's going on below here, but you have to assume my hand is somewhere.
Yeah,
you're making a
there's
motion.
a whole motion with it.
You're making your own mayonnaise. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Your own brand.
Homemade. on a related
freshly churned.
On a related non-disgusting note.
Oh my god.
Churn
the butter.
So
churn the butter.
For people,
dude, everything else is fine except when you said churn.
It's like the word moist. Like just saying the word moist just feels
moist.
You can't say it without feeling naughty.
Imagine the Halo announcer saying moist.
Oh my god.
Moistinator.
You just gave me my next Smurf name on Halo Infinite. Okay, but quick aside on the topic of mayonnaise for people, because my brother's on this diet and he can't have like mayonnaise, but he figured out how to make like his own mayonnaise, and it's super easy and like 100 times healthier. I should have thought about how I was gonna word it before I said it.
It was very proteiny, right?
Figured out how to make some mayonnaise, just it's real hands on,
It's our turn, man. It's our turn to act like fucking 7-year-old.
I knew I had to. Yes, forearms are rock.
Only the right one.
But yeah, so
gotta keep it even.
Just make sure if you Google how to make your own mayonnaise, make sure you put certain.
Oh no!
Make sure you put like maybe to put on bread or something.
Yeah,
he put his own mayonnaise on bread.
Sandwich mayonnaise. Sandwich mayonnaise.
Also, music recommendation for this week.
Mm-hmm.
This comes from the person who made our amazing banner and artwork, As of the recording of this episode, I guess it might be something different by the time people hear this in the future. So this band comes from our amazing artist, and they're called Boy Genius, all lowercase, all one word. And this is the most mellow music you'll ever hear in your life. It's they're all in different bands. It's Julian Baker, Phoebe Bridges, and I always forget the other girl's name. But they're all like amazing like guitarists and singers, and it's just super, super mellow and chill music. That's
just like a side project for them.
Yeah, and they like literally have like one album. I wish they had more music, but it's like only 6 songs, and all of them are amazing. It's just super chill, super awesome. Boy Genius, all lowercase, all one word.
Like mellow, when you say mellow, like elevator music or
some lo-fi beats to study to?
you could study.
So what type of chill are we talking, man?
It's just
it's
just like
how mellow.
Just some acoustic guitar, some acoustic guitar with some just like nice, like soft
Is there
singing.
a ukulele by chance?
I don't think they have any ukuleles in there, but
no, a piccolo.
No piccolos. I think it's just the acoustic guitar and the piano. But
okay,
3 people.
What? Yeah, 3 people.
3 people.
Let me look up who the other.
1 piano, 1 guitar, 1 singer.
They all play everything and all sing.
So 3 guitars, 3 pianos, 3 singers.
So it's Julianne Baker, Phoebe Bridges, and Lucy Dacus or Dacus. I don't know how you say it, but I think Phoebe Bridges is pretty, or Bridgers, I guess, is probably the most famous one. But all 3 of them absolutely amazing.
Oh, I thought you were calling her pretty.
She is also very pretty. They're all very pretty. I will give them that also.
3 pretty pianists.
I was gonna say something. I had to stop myself.
Did you?
We're about to come full circle to the previous topic about.
Could you make your own mayonnaise to them?
Dude, did you guys hear?
You just power right through.
Sorry, I'm like, did you guys hear about a long time ago? I don't probably like a few years back. Okay, there was
long time ago, a few years.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
freaking young people.
It's like that's like a quarter of my life, dude.
Back in the day.
So
my time.
There was a guy that was making this woman a sandwich. You know, he's at McDonald's. The woman's going through the drive-thru. Okay, everything's good. She orders her burger, right? And you know, for whatever reason, the mayonnaise just isn't as creamy this time. And then the next morning, because she was just like, you know, this is kind of a shitty burger or whatever, you know, I'll just stop eating it. I think she kept eating it a little bit, but then she just threw like half of it away. And then she woke up the next morning and her mouth was really irritated. I was like, man, this is weird, you know. And then you know, it kept going, and then she waited about one more day, and there was a purple spot on her lip, and it was like, you know, that mayonnaise was a little weird, and if I'm not mistaken, that's herpes. So then she went back to the McDonald's that she got this burger from. Apparently, the guy just straight up admitted it. He's like, "Yeah, I did that." Just, you know,
jeez,
right into the sandwich, and he got fined a lot of money, and I don't remember I don't think he went to jail or anything, but yeah, he got fined a lot of money, and that woman got a lot of money for that bullshit. But that apparently did happen.
I feel like they were in it together. I'm calling it right now.
It's possible.
Maybe, yeah.
It was a work.
Well, did he say why?
I don't think so.
It's just, you know, just sometimes you're just in the mood.
When the urge pops
sometimes
up.
you're just working at McDonald's and you're like, nothing.
He didn't have his post-nut clarity yet.
Yeah, post-nut clarity is. But I mean, think about it. He just happens to be on her sandwich, and he just admits it right away with no regard, no care.
Maybe, yeah. You might be right.
I'm
Maybe
cracking
it was
this
a
case
smart
wide
play.
open. Detective Zeke on the scene once again.
Maybe they both had purple spots all over them all along.
You walk in there, just everyone's got purple spots in
I've
McDonald's.
seen this a million times back in my
The whole
day.
crew.
Yeah.
Just everybody.
Just everyone purple spotted up.
It's like, man, why does everybody keep getting herpes at this McDonald's?
Yeah.
He's like, matching herpes. One has it, everyone has it. One team, one herp.
Yeah.
One herp.
He spread the seed in too many sandwiches. That's what happened.
All right. I have a question.
A little excess.
I have a question. Anthony,
What's up?
you met a dead person.
Oh my god, yes. I totally forgot about this.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been curious about this.
So
This was the cliffhanger.
Help me decide if this is me meeting a dead person or the old classic switcheroo. Because
Okay.
it wasn't
The
at a
dead
funeral.
person meeting you?
Yes. No. Yes. Maybe. One of
That
both.
would technically be a switcheroo.
It could
That is the ultimate
All
switcheroo.
right. So like when I tease you guys
Or-
this, what's up?
Or Anthony was dead all along.
Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Is this real?
What?
Getting mind blown right there.
I know.
So when I first teased this to you guys, you're like, were you at a funeral? It's like, I'm not gonna say anything. But so it starts off, what's it called? My girlfriend has every year the college she went to has an annual Christmas party at the local zoo in town. And from like 6 to 7:30, there's food, a potluck, get something to eat, and then you can walk around the park after you get done eating until like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. I worked that day, so we got there a little late. Got there like at 7. They're kind of starting to wrap up a little bit. As we're going up to walking into the park, going up the stairs, somebody walks by me and pay too much attention. I caught a kind of a glimpse. I was just like, that person kind of looked familiar, but I see a ton of people every day. We work with the public, so it's who knows. I start getting some food. We start getting some food. Fill our plates up, and then we get these bar tickets for a free drink. We go to the bartender. I'm like, want to get a drink?
Been acting this out. Fuck.
This is probably a better one, right? Okay. I don't know. You might be a little too late, but okay. Go up to the bartender, and I got these. We both have our drink ticket. I look at the guy. I'm like, if I ask you for a Jack and Coke, can I get a Jack and Coke? He's like, starts making. I'm like, sweet. My girl gets the same thing, but out of nowhere, as we're waiting for our drinks, somebody comes up to me and says, "Hey, yo, we're gonna be wrapping up the food real soon. If you guys want to get some more, before we pull it, go ahead and do so. We got a couple minutes." And I look at the person, and it's the person that walked by me a second ago, and I look at them, and I'm like, I know you 100%. You're my brother's friend. And so I know we use fake names. We use Fernando, but I need a second name to go with this. We'll go Fernando and Felipe. All right. I'm like, all right. I'm like, yo, Fernando, what's going on? He's like, no, I'm Felipe. Fernando is my twin brother. I'm like, no, it's not. What's going on, Fernando? Don't stop acting like Felipe. I know you're not Felipe. It's like, no, I haven't seen my twin brother in a while. I haven't seen Fernando. I only see him a couple times a year, and it's been a while since I've seen him. He's like, where do I know you're from? I was like, well, I'm so and so's brother. That's how I know you and your twin brother. He asked, how's my brother doing? How we're doing? So like that. Catch up for a quick second, then he goes about his way. We go sit down after we got our drink and our food. We go sit down, eating some food, talking to my girl, and she's like, who's that? How you know him? I'm like, well, he claims to be Felipe, but that's Fernando. And I know he's not Felipe because Felipe died. Felipe's been dead for like 2 or 3 years. Right, there's the twist. So he's been dead for a couple of years. And I know because we were there for him and stuff like that. He was always Fernando was always at my brother's place, and Felipe showed up every once in a while. And they're identical twins. You can tell one from the other if they stood by each other. But I know Felipe is not here anymore. He's passed a while ago. I got out of focus a little bit. Am I back in?
Not yet.
Oh, there we go. All right. So I know it's like when we were talking, he was telling me he was Felipe. I'm like, this is a bit. I know this is a bit. Come talk to me when you're done doing your bit. I'll be over there. Come talk to me. And so I'm explaining this to my girl, and then out of nowhere, Fernando, who's claiming to be Felipe, walks by. He's like, "So how's the family doing?" Stuff like that. But he's still saying the character. He's still saying as Felipe. And then I started talking to him, asking him about Fernando, even though he's right in front of me. And now I gotta act like I'm talking to him, not as him, but as the other person. And it was just a mind trip, because it was like, I know who you are. Why are you doing this? And why, it's just you, me, and my girl in the same room. So you can be like, you drop the charade and just be like, this is what's going on, stuff like that. But as I went to go walk to go sit down before the second interaction, it clicked. They're identical twins. One's passed. I think he is just. See, now it sounds like it's gonna sound like he's pulling a ruse on the government or the system to keep working, because he has a side thing going on. He was Fernando's previous job. He worked for a big water company and was checking pressures of like water systems or something like that. Went to go turn it, popped, took him out, face. His part of his face is busted up, so he receives a disability under Fernando. But now with since his brother is not with us, he can totally pass as Felipe. And I think that's what he's doing. He's making a few bucks underneath his name. Allegedly. And I'm just like, does it? Allegedly, yes. Allegedly, this is all my own thought process. Nothing's confirmed. Don't go after Felipe or Fernando. You only can go after one of them anyways. But that's my thought process. He's making a little extra coin, and that's my thought process on that. But it was just weird. Like, bro, stop trying to pull a fast one on me. I know what's going on, but it was just weird that he stuck. He was committed to the bit. He stayed in character the whole time, which was fucking mind blowing. And then it was also funny. It was like he was like, as Felipe, he was like, yeah, Fernando quit smoking 3 years ago and his birthday's tomorrow. I'm like, well, you tell Fernando I said happy birthday. And then he went off his way because that was the last interaction I had. And so, like I said, I don't know. I saw a dead person or they'll switch-a-roo. Maybe you guys can help me kind of decide on that one.
We're gonna need a straw poll.
We're
gonna need Detective Z to take up this case.
Does
your girlfriend see him?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yes. So it wasn't a figment of imagination at all.
Were other people interacting with him?
His crew people, his other, because they were catering.
His circle.
His company was his company is catering the event, so there was 2 other people there with him. Because I heard as I was walking by, I heard chatter.
What were they calling him?
They were calling Felipe. And they're like, because I talk loud so you can hear me. And I was like, I kept calling Fernando. And I think I heard them ask him, dude, did they call you Fernando? No, you got me confused with my brother. So that's when it clicked. I'm like, oh, he's acting as.
Who had the damage to their face from the water valve or what have you again?
Fernando did.
So wait.
Okay, but Felipe, the one he's acting like Fernando.
No, Felipe is dead.
Right.
Felipe is dead. Fernando's the one with the damage and acting as.
Felipe. Okay, so there's no way that he could have pretended. Aside, if you don't know that he has the damage to his face, then he could pretend.
So it's all been constructed, but you can never tell if you didn't know. The only way you're gonna tell is if it's raining. He's like, oh, my face hurts.
Okay. So there.
Okay.
So there's no actual way to tell through the facial damage.
There's no visible lasting scars or anything like that I can see. But like I said, someone that I know acting as his dead twin brother, which was weird, and I was just like, I'm like, I looked at my girl and was like, I think I just met a dead person tonight, jokingly saying that, but I was just like, this is a crazy ass story. And I mean, no one's interrupted. Someone wondering what you guys are thinking.
Did you talk to Fernando afterwards?
Since then?
Like, yeah.
No, I've not reached out.
See,
no,
because imagine if you call him, it's just like, dude, I live in like Europe now.
Right. So that was I know that was crazy, and that was the weekend before Thanksgiving week. So like that Sunday going into Thanksgiving, that's when they had their holiday party, and that's when it happened. I was just like, whoa, what the fuck is going on? Somebody I clearly know is sticking to the bit of not being that person.
But if you guys don't talk a whole lot, then why do the bit with you if he's trying to get a little extra on the side by acting as his brother?
That's my thought process.
Yeah.
I don't know if the government keeps a tally on people applying for jobs under dead people's aliases. So that's just my thought process. You get a little extra coin, get you out of the house and make money at the same time,
That's true. Yeah, I don't know.
That's a little, right?
This is a great mystery.
Yeah.
This is I told you it was pretty good, but again, I don't know.
Scooby-Doo.
Did I meet a dead person? Was it the old switcheroo? What would you say? Like, I need help on this one.
I mean, I would think it was the switcheroo, but if you have no contact with Fernando since then, because you would think he would like hit you up afterwards, even be like, "Yo."
Yeah, it would. Maybe I don't know if he has my number, but like I think he would have gotten to me somehow because you can just contact my brother.
Everyone has your number.
Right. This is true.
You're the Mexican.
Should have someone that doesn't.
I mean, definitely the logical part of me would say, it's the switcheroo.
Right.
There's a part of me that's like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know, because I figure like I don't feel like all of people's experiences when they bring up like, oh, I saw the devil. Like, okay, 90% of those are probably fake, right? Like, or probably 99%. But I feel like there may be one guy, that has actually seen some shit, and he just gets drowned out because everybody else is just like, oh, I saw this, I saw that, when they really didn't.
Yeah.
But I think there are things like that. So it wouldn't surprise me in some sense that you would have met a dead person.
My brain is like it's definitely the switcheroo, but like right here in this part of my nose, I can feel it. That's like that guy was dead.
Right.
You talked to a
He's
dead guy.
dead the whole time. It's possible. It's possible, man. But like, I hope that led up to
Coke was a little too strong.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe they drugged you. Maybe that was
very possible. It's very possible.
Yeah.
I got a little piece of the macaroni and cheese in me, and it was all it took.
Right. Yeah. Maybe there's a little bit of a white powder situation going on.
Or
in your
maybe
drink and
you're just on such a like euphoric rush from food and alcohol. All the chemicals were releasing in your brain.
It just hit just right.
You're making some mayonnaise.
The start of the conversation was happening as I was getting my drink, so I even had to take a sip yet. But
but you were excited.
I think being at the town, the city zoo was enough to, and maybe walking in there was a time portal,
to have you commune with the dead.
Yeah. What if you like traveled back in time 4 years?
Very possible.
Maybe,
felt like there was a different shift in the air when I walked through the roundabout gate.
Ooh.
Yeah. You never know. It may have been a sacred grounds or something, Like,
did you say roundabout? Did you say roundabout gate, Anthony?
We would need our spirit boxes and our EVPs.
There was like invisible runes on the walls,
Yeah. I knew when he was like, I'm gonna RP this, I'm like, this is not gonna work at all, because he stopped RPing right away.
Yeah,
I was just sitting there. I was just like, yep, I'm just here. But you know what else is a ring, Anthony?
What's a ring?
Halo. HCS Rally was this weekend. Let's get a quick recap of HCS Rally. Did you watch the grand finals, Anthony?
Oh my god!
I watched the first 2 games of the grand finals. I wasn't able to get back to watch more.
I didn't see any.
Halo lands are back.
Oh, dude, it looks so much fun.
You know what, Brian? It's probably a good thing that you didn't see it.
No, why is that?
So
It was so bad. It was so bad. Okay, it was cool when it was working.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to get to. So
they couldn't hide. They could not hide when it wasn't working.
So
it was a lot of times
somehow
someone dropped every time.
So like disconnects online happen a lot. Like it's online, it happens. But somehow on LAN, like people were disconnecting all over the place.
What?
Yeah, for like the
crashing and disconnecting.
It was insane.
It was horrible. It was horrible to watch. And you know what? Though, like the casters did a fucking bang up job.
They worded through it. That was the other thing that was. That's the other thing that was crazy. Is like I turned it on, and if you watched like Halo MLG back in the day, like Chris Puckett was like you would hear his voice all the time. But I turned it on. He was commentating with Walshy, who is like one of the goats of Halo. So like hearing him commentate and not playing is like, ah shit, I'm old now. But it's like it's so cool that it's like. And there's still like some of like the old guard is still playing, like Snipe Down's getting top 3, Pistola's still up there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Pistola still looks like he's 23, dude.
Pistola looks the same, but with a beard.
Yes, he just got the scruffy beard now.
But yeah, it was great to watch. It's great to see like Halo's back.
I'm super glad it happened for sure. It was just kind of a train wreck when.
Yeah, that was comically disastrous.
Yeah, it sucked because it felt like a return to form, and then that kept happening, and it's like, fuck, dude, we were so close.
And that definitely like the viewership was definitely taking a hit from that.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
So,
yeah.
Quick question: was that HCS Riley? Was that called a major? Was that officially a major?
Yeah.
What's crazy to me is that a game that's supposed to come out December 8th that got pushed forward to early November after 6 weeks of game being available, we have a major.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Why do we have a major now?
I mean, that's
happens too soon.
Yeah,
that happens with fighting games too, where it's like the game will come out a week before a tournament, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna have it," because that's when you get all the hype, you get all the viewership.
Because MLG stuff is hot right now.
So hot right now.
Yeah. So
don't forget to get your Bants mayonnaise.
Like I'm noticing it with multiplayer games that they're kind of starting to lean more towards the competitive, like vanilla side of it instead of the more fun side of it.
Which is
Did you say competitive is vanilla?
Well, because like with Halo,
so
I can
competition, brother.
So for Halo, for example,
come on in, man.
I can chime in on this very well because there's a trend in fighting games now where they're very focused on balance and esports instead of just we're like this character, you know, he has a fucking pool stick and he just hits balls everywhere and it's fucking wild. They're like, everyone, this move is -2 on block for everyone because the game needs to be fair. Otherwise, people will yell at us on Twitter because they die. But everything's fun when everything's fucked up and broken.
Right. Well, so with Halo, that's like even starts. It's like when Halo 4 came around, they had the custom classes, and everybody was like, "What the fuck is this? This isn't even starts. They can have whatever weapons they want. They can have a pocket shotgun."
The old pocket shotgun.
Like, yeah, it was just nobody liked it.
The old walkie.
Always loaded, ready to bang.
But so Halo 5 tried to have a return to form, like even starts, symmetrical maps, all that good, and it's like, no, stop. And so now we have Halo Infinite, and that's really all we have is that side of the game to where it's bare bones and you can go in and play competitive. So
yeah,
it's always
I
fun.
just wish it worked. You know, like for the HCS, that would have been.
If you're just gonna
nice.
come with that, make sure it works.
It was tragic.
Right. If you're gonna come out with 10% of the usual Halo game that we enjoy every 5 years,
that is something that's funny. It's like, all right, we're gonna put all of our effort into this. All right, we fucked up.
Come on. Yeah.
Give us another 5 years.
So
you're right. Yeah. Well, you know what? The part of that that's interesting is there was an article from Bloomberg or something, and they actually said in that article that their employees, a lot of their staff, is run through contractors, and all the contractors had a limit of like 1.5 years, something like that. And so every 1.5 years, as they're going along through these 5 years, we probably got a change of 3 or 4 times of staff. Like half of their staff is run by contractors. So now we have these people working on something great. okay, now there's a change of staff. Okay, now we have to figure it out again and keep working on it. And then I imagine, because in that article it said that their development was basically completely thrown out the window, like 3.5 years in or something. Then the contractors come in and they have to learn all this again, and then now we have what we have. So that sucks. And I don't know why Microsoft's main exclusive title would have such weird development towards it. Like, wouldn't you think that they'd have a dedicated company on it all the time?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. That's like what happened with
why would you rely on
Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Like, Capcom finally got the license to work with Marvel again, and they just outsourced everything, and it was a train wreck.
Right. So it's very weird. I don't know why they would do that, especially considering the fat wallet.
I think it's the put it out and we'll fix it later.
Yeah.
Attitude.
Or it's just the people who make the decisions are very disconnected from the community. They're like, this is cheap. Let's do that option. That puts more money in my pocket. Let's do that one.
Yeah, it's whatever's the cheap option is these days, and it's really affecting a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and
that's exactly what it is. The method of like put a game that's 70 to 80% good or working well enough, and then you spend the next year kind of because I know when like CS:GO came out in 2011 and it was just a junker of a game, and then it really didn't get fine-tuned into a game that everyone enjoyed until like 2013.
Yeah,
like a year and a half later.
It was actually after they added gambling.
Once
there was skins, the game popped off because I started playing like a little bit before the skins came, and then after skins came out, there was a very, very, very noticeable increase in the player base.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, so the thing with Halo Infinite is I think it's actually going to be the best
version of Halo or FPS.
Looks like it's causing Nolan physical pain to try to say this sentence.
I know, he needs a reboot. Like,
you know what? I was gonna say something very positive, and then I stopped myself. But I am getting to that still. So, Halo MCC, right? You get on, and most things work. And the matchmaking works. You can go to any game mode that you want on any of the Halo games within the MCC. You have the Halo 3 ODST campaign and now Firefight, and you can actually customize the Halo 3 ODST Firefight, whereas you couldn't before, very much. And there are all these different things that they've added to it, and more items on Halo 3 and Halo Reach Forge. And that's just a giant hub, basically, to where everybody can go in. The player population is good enough to where I never have a matchmaking issue. I actually had more of a matchmaking issue on MCC when it came out, because the game was broken as fuck.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, when it's been 6 years or 7, however many years, because the game works and people always go back to the older Halos, especially with the newer ones that we've gotten. But I think that Halo Infinite, given enough time throughout this 10-year cycle that they say they're going to go through, is actually going to be one of the best Halos that we get for new and old players. And I really do think that, because it just needs actual content. It needs the actual Forge mode to where the community can generate content for you. And that was the most puzzling thing to me, too, is like, you have all this stuff. You have a Halo game, and Forge is not done by any means, but like the stuff that we've seen so far, if they just put more effort into that, the community would generate content for them. And that's just kind of like boggles my mind that developers don't give players the ability to do that in more games, because it's kind of confusing. Like they can make all this stuff. Just look at the other Halos,
that even applies to competitive too, because there's Halo 3, there's Amplified, Lockdown, Onslaught, were all great maps.
Yeah, exactly. And there was a ton of different maps that you could play in regular Slayer, unranked, whatever, that were made through Forge, and they were actually better than some of the vanilla maps that launched with it. But I think it's going to be the best Halo of all time, eventually. I don't know what year.
My hair will be fully gray, that's for sure.
Right,
probably a year or two.
Maybe it'll be 2023. Maybe it'll be 2025. I don't know, but I think by 2023, we're gonna see the full array of Halo content, and we're gonna see most of the updates that are gonna make the game so good by the end of 2023. I think it can only improve from there, hopefully too. But I think that's around the time when we'll see a genuine Halo game that everybody can access because it's free to play. You're not going to have player count issues. You're going to have all the game modes in the world. Competitive is obviously coming back, not with very much of a bang yet, but it's coming back.
Oh, we're banging hard. HDD.
Did you not see the competition this weekend, bro? It was banging.
We were banging.
It was banging
around.
But it's so I'm excited. I'm very excited for
Nolan's getting there, guys.
Yeah,
it's a slow process.
All right, yeah. If they had just launched it better, that would be great. But this is actually a shameless plug. We discussed plugs at some point in the text chat, but I have a video called Halo Dead on Arrival, Halo Infinite Dead on Arrival. That's what it's called. And I told people that it was not going to be good on launch. And I said in the video, don't forget that they have done this bullshit before. And then it happened.
He did say
so
it.
I'm not a prophet. I can just see the pattern. It just keeps happening. So it sucks.
You know what else has will not improve by 2023 is Resident Evil 8.
Oh,
I saw that from Brian. I saw Resident Evil 8. What do you have? What do you have for us, Brian?
They're up to 8 already.
So try to describe this in a way.
Probably like 27 of them.
Describe this in a way that I would understand because I don't really play Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So I'm a massive, massive Resident Evil fan. I've been a fan since 99, 2000, something like that. Because my story with Resident Evil was my sister used to date a guy that worked at a local game store, and he would occasionally get games for her. And one day he got Resident Evil 2 for her, and she never really played it. And I was told explicitly by my parents that game is rated M. You're not allowed to play it. So since I had 2 working parents and a older sister who was out with her boyfriend all the time, I would be home alone playing Resident Evil.
Naturally.
So one of my favorite memories is playing that, and then I would turn it off when my mom would get home and stuff.
Yeah, you hear the garage door, you're like,
oh no, gotta get to the typewriter.
Gotta get to the typewriter, yeah.
So that started my long-lasting sort of up and down relationship with Resident Evil, because we have 1 through 4, which are excellent games. But then we got 5, and I absolutely hated 5.
I tried playing 5 by myself, and I could not do it. But playing 5 with a friend is super, super, super fun, especially if you're drinking.
That's the only way to play 5 is you have to have a friend to do that. 6 was a little bit better, but it was like a dumb action movie for a while, and then it effectively killed the series for the next 5 years. To where we had the bad Capcom era, where like Capcom couldn't do anything right because like DMC disappeared for a while, and Street Fighter couldn't get back. It was just a weird time.
Wait, was Resident Evil 6 the one that had the logo? Everyone thought it was like a huge like giraffe penis or something.
I believe so, because it's that weird like purple, that like spider web looking 6. Yeah.
Look up the Resident Evil 6 logo if you've never seen it, and you'll see some images.
If you just
put mind is creative.
If you tilt it a certain way, it's exactly what Zeke is saying.
You're saying it's all about that angle.
So then flash forward to 2017, and we finally get RE7, and
that was
7.
2017. Oh my god!
Yeah, is awesome, and with that, they decided to go back to the horror roots, because the last couple, and including 4, were all kind of more dumb, kind of action-y movies with little horror elements kind of sprinkled in.
Yeah.
And 7 went full on like horror. We're back to a mansion. It's in first person, which is also new for Resident Evil because they were all third person. And until that point,
the thing that I thought was amazing with 7 too was it was a completely new like main character and stuff.
Yeah, like none of the old characters showed up until the very, very, very end of the game.
Spoiler.
However, I don't know if I want to spoil it just in case people want to play it, because I absolutely adore 7 as well. I love 7. And so and it's the same character, all that. You play as Ethan, just trying to get his wife back because he thought she was dead, and one day he gets a strange tape from her and saying that she's still alive, and he goes out to Louisiana to go find her in the swamps.
Yeah, and just to be clear, there is still wacky Resident Evil shit that happens in the game, but it's not like
the
ludicrously
DLC
stupid.
The DLC for it is incredible. That's one of the most fun things I've ever played. Is you play as one of the villain's brother, and he's like your stereotypical like swamp, like I'm gonna cook me up some gator, and you're literally fist fighting the monsters that you kill throughout the game. You're fist fighting them.
Resident Evil 7, the family.
Yeah, the Baker
everyone
family
loves. They are such well written characters.
Oh, they are. They're so good, and they've of course got that southern drawl.
Oh, yeah.
Like the first intro you get is in the game is you find your wife. I mean, it's not a spoiler. It's like the first 10 minutes, and she's obviously doing Resident Evil things, being a scary monster lady, and she tries to attack you. And at some point, she cuts your leg off with an axe. And so you don't have a leg, and then Jack comes up and punches you. He's like, "Welcome to the family, boy," and all that stuff. And it's excellent. I absolutely love it.
Like
highly recommend 7. Yeah, so great. I could talk about 7 all day. However, the true masterpiece is 8, and 8 came out in May of this year. I full-heartedly believe that it's probably my game of the year for this year for the new games. I loved it. It's been a long time since I've beaten a game and then immediately started a new game right after the credits rolled. Like that is how much I enjoyed this game. And so of course the big no thing that I think a lot of people saw was when Lady Dimitrescu got revealed and how the horny took over that whole thing.
Yeah. That was very funny. Seeing people's reactions who love Resident Evil were just like, the fuck?
Yeah. She's like big, tall vampire lady. Because in the game, she's like 9 feet tall.
Yeah.
And so, of course, that brought out all the weirdos and stuff for all that. So that's what got a lot of traction for the game in the first place. But then it actually came out, and everyone was like, God damn, this game is incredible. And it definitely isn't as scary as 7. They definitely kind of went back to the action, but they had enough scary there that I think it balanced out the action really well. Because there's a whole part of the game where they take away your weapons, and you have to go through this small mansion, and it's very PT-esque. If you guys ever played that,
rest in peace, PT.
R.I.P. God damn, maybe someday I'll get my Silent Hill back.
Yeah.
That's a whole other time.
Thing.
Yeah. Is me just being sad every day that I don't know if I'll ever get another Silent Hill game. But that's besides the point. But yeah, there's a whole part in RE8 where it's like very PT-esque, and it's terrifying and so well done. And and so the rest of the game is amazing. And they weren't initially planning any more DLC content to it, but they're going to add some that are supposedly coming out next year.
I shouldn't have said I led in with it's not going to improve in 2023 because I know they're making more content. But now they're like, we'll show you, bitch.
Yeah, it was.
We're going to add more content than Halo Infinite. What do you know about the Resident Evil 8 Force, bitch?
And it's because they did it so well or it got received so well and sold so well that they were like, okay, I guess we should probably make more of this. And it's like, yeah, you fucking should, because you guys did amazing.
All right, so I have the question for you, because this seems to be the most controversial thing of my friends who love Resident Evil. Mm-hmm. What's your opinion on Ethan from 8 compared to 7?
I actually really, really liked Ethan in 8. Of course, he was really good in 7 too. But I don't know. They just really wrote I will go to the ends of the fucking earth, and I don't care who I have to go through to save my family.
See, we're on the same page, because a lot of people didn't like how he but because it's like he already went through all the shit in Resident Evil 7, so he's like, I don't fucking care anymore. Let's fucking go.
Right.
I love that.
Yeah, and this time it's not his wife that he's trying to save. He's trying to save his newborn baby.
Yeah.
So that makes his motivations even more. Because Because like within the first intro of the game, he gets 2 of his fingers bitten off by a werewolf, and that he just wraps it up and he's like, all right, let me just load up my pistol real quick and I'm gonna go to that spooky castle over there. Like, let's just keep going.
See, that's what I love, because a lot of people I talk to, like, they're like, God, he's just like this inhuman character now that's completely unrelatable. Like, did you see the shit he went through in the last game?
Exactly.
Do you think he cares anymore?
Well, and there's a big spoiler reason for all of that too, why he can take all this damage and all that, but I don't want to spoil anything. But
he has the sweet fucking first aid spray.
Yeah,
he grows limbs.
Or when he gets his hand cut off, he gets his hand completely cut off in RE8. Like, you're going in to do pull a switch down, and you're in Lady Dimitrescu's castle, and as you're pulling the switch down, she cuts your arm clean off, and it's just hanging on the switch, and you have to run from her while Ethan's holding his bloody stump the whole time, and you have to make your way completely around her to go back and grab your hand.
Yeah, there's this
and then pull the switch.
Yeah, if you can. I highly recommend googling Resident Evil 8 Ethan hand cut off meme and just seeing. It's so absurdly. It's like, yep, this is Resident Evil, all right.
Oh yeah, and then just fixing it with some first aid.
Just put that juice. Puppy back on, just spray it right on there, and you're good to go. We need Resident Evil first aid spray in our lives.
Oh, I know.
So what would you say to someone that's never played it? Are there games that you would skip?
I would definitely say you're probably good to not play 3.
I thought
5
that was one of the good ones.
It is, but 3 is definitely one of the weaker ones compared to the other ones.
Okay.
I would honestly recommend, if you've never ever played a Resident Evil, I would recommend playing 2 Make.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Resident Evil 2's remake is really, really well done.
Really good, and you don't need to really have any prior knowledge of Resident Evil at all, except maybe knowing a few things from 1 will help the experience, but it's not super important, because they're pretty good about leaving some notes about what happens in the first game that leads into the second one.
Have they only remade number 2, or have they remade other REs?
So they've remade 1 back, but that was back during the GameCube era.
Yeah.
And that's the current version of 1. It's still excellent. However, 1 still has that old classic tank controls, if people are familiar with that at all.
Yeah.
Where it's every time you press up on the controller, you are going forward no matter what. So you have to literally control your character like a tank. So if you want to go left, you have to turn your control stick, turn your character that, and then press up on the controller for them to go forward. And then on top of that, you're fighting with the camera because the camera's fixed.
It's all fixed angles.
Yeah, so it's fixed camera angles on top of clunky controls. So I would say skip 1 and then come back to it if you're super into Resident Evil to see the origins of the series.
I would even say just watch
right,
an RE Addict playthrough.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's lots of I'm not gonna be. I can't think of the guy's name off the top of my head, but there's a guy who does he'll play through Resident Evil games and he explains every detail.
Oh, the speed runs on Resident Evil games, especially old Resident Evil games, are so fun to watch.
But our RE2 remake is a proper remake.
Yeah, very proper remake. Very beautiful game too.
Are all these games available on Steam?
Yes, actually. 1 through, technically 0 through 8 is available on Steam, along with the Revelations 1 and 2, the spin-offs. But there's a ton of games in the series, but what's on Steam is 0 through 8 and Revelations 1 and 2. Those are considered the mainline Resident Evils.
So when was the game released? You said in May?
Yeah, it was released last May. It was supposed to be a big next gen game, and I gotta hand it to Capcom. They make PC ports incredible. I love the way Capcom does PC ports, because for their PC settings, they actually have a cool little bar that sits in your graphics while you're messing with your graphics settings that'll actually sync up with your graphics card, and it'll be like, okay, you're kind of pulling a little bit heavier on your graphics card. So if you tweak some of your shadowing, it'll pull the bar back, and you'll be like, okay, this is kind of where your performance is going to be at, and all that. So I love the way that Capcom's been doing those PC ports. Cool. Yeah, it honestly makes me wish that every PC port had those, just because of the way that it actually communicates to you how the game will run with your graphics card.
Now the later versions of RE like 7 and 8, is the storyline just very linear, or can you do side quests? Is it
so they are very linear. Okay. You're like, for 7, you're like, the first part of the game is just going through the main house of the mansion, and then you go out to a side part of the mansion, and then there's always the basement science lab in every Resident Evil game. So there's like chunks of it. So like in Resident Evil 2, the first part of the game takes place in the police station, and then you go outside of the police station to like the graveyard and a little bit of the city. Then you come back to the mansion, and then you go under back to the police station. Then you go underneath the police station into the big like science lab area and stuff.
And
so there.
It's a lot of like, you'll be in like this play space, and you'll be like, you're looking for a key to a door, not like literally a key to a door, but you like find something, you'll be like, I need to find something, Riz. Then you're like, oh, I remember seeing like this thing over here. So then you go back there.
Yeah, or like a thing that they really like to do in Resident Evil games is like, oh, there's a chain on a door. You need wire cutters to cut it open, kind of thing. So you have to come back and do all that.
Go back to 2 rooms ago and find something that you think could cut it.
Yeah, so but with 8, there's a hub, which is the village, and so more of the village will open up to you and change as you do more of the sections, because there's like 4 or 5 sections that surround the village that you go to as you get more weapons, you get more items to be able to unlock doors, or things will just get cleared suddenly, and it's like, oh, I can go down there now because a big monster kicked the wagon out of the way.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Fella.
So I'm not too knowledgeable in the Resident Evil. I remember playing 4 at a buddy's place on GameCube. I think they were in like some South American country. Which
it's Spain.
Ecuador? No, Spain?
Yeah.
All right. Wrong Latin country, or that's Europe. But but what was kind of cool is I think that was when they started being able to run, because I think they've always been just walking, right?
You've always been able to run, but you have to hold a button while doing it.
All right.
And 4 was the same way.
Okay. Well, I like that the cutscenes were more interactive.
Mm-hmm.
The interactive cutscenes were cool, and that was the first time I ever saw any game do that.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the QTE era of video games, where like suddenly everything had those like, oh, press A during a cutscene.
So is that what it was? Cool.
I liked it too.
Those would drive me. I'd be like engrossed in a cutscene. I'd just be like sitting there, and then it's like, press X, and I'm like, my controller's over there.
Yeah. So that's what it was in RE4 though. Quick time events.
Yeah, 4 had a ton of those in there, but they were fun though, because they were engaging. Like there's a part where you knife fight a guy, and you'd like have to do all the button prompts during a knife fight or something. Like there's one part where there's like the giant like Napoleon-esque statue thing that's trying to chase you and stomp on you, that you have to QTE with it and stuff. So I really like it, which supposedly we're getting Resident Evil 4 make here soon. They're going to remake it. I don't know how I feel about that one, because 4, I absolutely love 4. I don't really feel like it needs it.
That'll be another topic.
Yeah.
So
but if they're going to put it on that new engine they got, that RE engine, I'd be okay with that, because that engine they got right now is amazing. For Resident Evil 2, the 2 make, especially the detail they have on those zombies is unreal. I mean, it's gross, the detail they have on them. Because I mean, you see like full stuff. Like if you shoot a zombie in the eye, there's a big bullet hole right there, and there's be like blood dripping and stuff. Like it's so detailed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they call it the RE engine, and it's a beautiful engine.
That sounds really. I hate it when it has nothing to do with Halo, but Halo did do it. I hate it when they just take out blood.
Yeah,
like,
Infinite took that out.
And I really hate that. Like, even if it's just a little bit of blood, like it makes it more immersive to me, you know. And a game that I always loved with the gore was Gears of War.
Oh hell yeah!
Fucking amazing, dude.
Yep.
You use the longbow or whatever the sniper is called.
chainsaw.
And pop someone's out. Yeah,
Chainsaw.
It's literally called the long shot.
Yeah, long shot.
Yeah.
The guns were named very literally the boom shot, the long shot.
Yeah.
The chain gun.
It was so it was good. I love the chainsaw duels too.
The
but,
torque bow is one of the
I
funnest weapons ever.
That's fair. Yeah. So I did have one question before we end off here. Have you guys who has played Portal 2 here?
I have.
Yeah.
And
so
Portal 1.
everybody's played at least a little bit. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I did have an idea. This is for the audience as well, assuming we have any viewers, right?
Are we making our own portal guns?
So
Portal split screen?
No. Yes. So we would divvy up into our two teams, right?
Ooh.
And we basically take any course. It can be the beginning one. It can be some random one throughout the co-op experience here. And those two teams face off against each other as to who can go the fastest, figure out the courses the fastest. I have not played the game in like 2.5 years, so I'm totally fresh. Like, I'm not going in with an advantage. I hope you guys aren't either. But yeah, so I feel like that would be really cool, though. Whatever the teams would be, it doesn't really matter. But me and someone, and then 2 others, we just see if we can speed run faster than the other.
The beards versus the babies.
Wait, what?
The beards versus the babies.
versus the babies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, we can do that. I'm all right
It's
with
actually,
that.
yeah, that sounds like some great extra content right there.
It
Maybe
does. And it would give me an excuse to play Portal again.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought of it while you guys were talking about Resident Evil. I was paying attention, but Portal just popped in my head for some reason.
On the topic of doing things fast, I did interrupt Brian while he was talking about speedrunners in Resident Evil.
Oh, yeah, it's just insane because you can blitz through those old games in like an hour. I think the record right now for the first one is like 40-something minutes that you can get through there. Because if you know where everything is at and which rooms to take, you can cut out so much of the like going back to the item box because your inventory is so limited in those games that you have to constantly go back and forth to drop items off and stuff. But if you know exactly where to go and what sequence there is, you don't even have to worry about that. And people are so good that they rarely will fight regular zombies. They just run past them.
Yeah, that's what's funny is when they get the rage moments because like the zombie will perfectly block a hallway.
Yep. Yeah. And then it throws off the whole speed run after that.
That's funny.
All right.
So yes.
There is one other thing that we could do real quick idea. There's a mutation in Left 4 Dead 2. It's called "And Then There Were Two," to where it just cuts out the other 2 AI. So
I would totally be down to play Left 4 Dead as well.
Yeah, we could also do that. We could kind of speed run against each other in a certain act or campaign, and it would just be me and someone, me and Tim, and we just.
I know for a fact that there would be a disadvantage because I saw Nolan stream that game every day for. He probably still plays it.
Teams sound fair to me.
I'm also gonna have a huge advantage because I've played the shit out of that, and I've modded the hell out of it too. I turned it into a nightmare.
I basically turned. I didn't mod it like crazy to the point.
Oh, I did. Everything was modded.
I didn't mod it to the point of unrecognizable, but I did upgrade the graphics. It looks like a remastered Left 4 Dead 2.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, because like the shit I did was like turn the pill bottles into Burger King chicken fries.
Right, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like that, yeah.
You can do a lot of shit. It's really cool, though.
Or my favorite one, that, like what I did was I turned all the zombies into xenomorphs from Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
And then changed the weapons into the weapons from Aliens and gave them the sound effects from the movies as well. So I basically was playing Aliens, but Left 4 Dead skins. Like that's how much I heavily modded it. Oh, and turning the Charger into Gaston from Beauty and the Beast. highly recommend it.
Wow.
Oh,
and
then
that is
and
one
then
thing.
Shrek is the tank.
Yeah, of course. That's the most popular.
That's the classic.
Yeah,
you can make it. You can mod all the characters too. We can all have our own custom character.
Oh,
right.
Yeah, a couple anime girls.
Nope,
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
they're going
dude,
down.
I went into Gmod. I think I told you guys that. It was horrible. Okay, anyways. But yeah, so that's something we can do. We can do the speed run side by side, and then we can also just do versus. Versus is awesome too. So
Yeah. Okay. Now it's time for my favorite part of Christmas, or Festivus, if you're to all my Seinfeld fans out there.
Festivus.
Telling everyone to shut the fuck up and go home. So before we wrap up, everyone play.
No, well,
No overlay.
one of our members took it quite literally.
So, plug your things, Brian.
So yes, I wanted to advertise real quick that I will be starting my own YouTube channel. If I remain on schedule, I will be dropping my first episode on Christmas Day, which will be about Santa's Sleigh, one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time. It's about a killer Santa Claus played by Bill Goldberg. My YouTube channel will be Scully Bear, like it is here on the podcast, and it'll be on YouTube. And I will also be doing video game reviews and Let's Plays.
I'd like to join for that.
Yes.
Bill Goldberg, Killer Santa.
No one plug your
Yeah.
YouTube?
I fucking love it.
All
Santa
right.
Sleigh is an incredible movie. I've watched it every year for like a decade.
Oh man.
If anything, watch the intro. The first 10 minutes are incredible.
you know what?
Incredible.
You know what else?
Incredible
Yeah,
What else
Goldberg.
you know what else you can watch the first 10 minutes of?
What else can I watch the first 10 minutes of?
My YouTube channel. All right. Very, very good. That's it.
What
What's
is
the
it?
name of the YouTube
I can't
channel?
tell. You're gonna have to figure it out.
You gotta figure it out.
Secret
Mr. Noble,
YouTube channel.
Mr. Noble on YouTube. You know what? I actually just posted a short on my channel. I got like 630 views like immediately.
Wow.
And then it just stagnated. It just stagnated and stayed there. But it's the Halo Infinite with only sounds from Halo Reach. It's pretty cool. It's pretty. It took me like 3 hours to do all of it. I kind of a slow editor, I think, but it's very, very interesting.
Sounds quick to
so-
me.
Yeah, so if anybody is interested in the channel, you can just check out Mr. Noble and just watch that short, and then cool, that's it. You can watch the other videos or not, but watch the short for sure.
And you can find me streaming on Twitch at twitch.tv/ZekeTomu.
Great,
ZKETOMU.
everyone's plugging something.
Where you can
What
see
do
me
you
get
got,
Come on,
Anthony?
Anthony.
you can see me get
Go, you
overkills
got
and
something?
perfections and carry this guy in the top left corner here.
Whoa, whoa!
I do. All
Wait,
right.
who's in the top left corner here? Anthony?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say I got some overkills on my belt. Okay, all right, I got something going here.
Where
right.
you at? Come
Well-
play with us then.
Well, listen, that feels like an attack. I'm kidding.
Just like you attack Taylor every week.
Yeah, pretty much.
I got nothing to advertise. I eventually want to get back into streaming. Probably beginning of New Year.
Yay!
We could even all stream together. We could actually do
A Left 4 Dead
podcast.
stream?
What? Yeah, we could do Left 4 Dead stream. We could do a podcast while playing a game.
Mm.
Oh man,
I don't know
think
if I
that
could
would
pay
work very well.
attention fully.
Yeah, I don't think I could pay
Yeah.
attention either.
Yeah.
But
And the interactive chat.
You
Same
just hear me
time.
randomly
Right.
scream what really loudly.
right? Yeah, we're
He's
all
gonna
just
say,
screaming at some point.
Tell me how sexy I am. I got that snipe kill.
I
I'm
did
just gonna come to it.
I did get the triple
Is that how
no
you
scope.
talk?
I did get the triple
Is that
no
how
scope
you-
yesterday, and I literally screamed, "Tell me how fucking sick I am." I mean, and this is at like 1:30 in the
Yeah.
morning, fully sober.
Oh man.
Yes. He also has a clip.
Yeah,
of me saying,
I pop off. I'm a land boy at heart. All right, you gotta let the people know.
I feel like Anthony in particular. If we keep the teams here, me and Zeke, Anthony is really gonna hate me on Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh,
I'm
100%.
probably gonna hate Brian, but I think that
Yes,
Just
you'll
the
probably
little
hate me the
things.
most, honestly.
As I'm running around
Yeah,
in
maybe.
Hatsune Miku.
I'll just be drunkenly wandering through space and time.
yeah, probably, and I'm gonna be like 50 miles ahead. Just yeah, it's not gonna be good, but we'll figure it out.
He knows all the shortcuts.
I do.
All right, we
Well,
got
maybe not all of them, but
We're at like an hour 45. This is the Christmas
No
special.
way.
Fuck it.
yeah, Christmas special, absolutely.
Merry Christmas. We're talking about mayonnaise and Resident Evil and
Mayonnaise, Resident Evil.
Sounds like a
what
pretty good
combo.
Christmas to me.
Yeah, I think so. I didn't know it was gonna be a white Christmas.
hey, look at
year.
this guy back here. You think he got some Christmas spirit?
He does. He looks so festive.
Oh, absolutely, man. Give him a Santa.
Argyle penguin. I like it.
Argyle
Where's the Santa
Penguin.
hat?
I know my next Halo name.
There it is.
I don't have a Santa hat.
Oh,
That
man.
would be perfect.
All right.
So
All right.
Goodbye.
Merry
we
Christmas,
need to-
everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
We'll be back
We
for
need to
the
go to
New Year's
Mana
Eve.
Barbecue, do a podcast there.
That'd be
I'd be
fun.
down for that.
Put the mic on the burner.
Put the mic on the
Get
burner.
me some soju.
Oh man. Oh god. Yeah, we get real messed up there. All right. Goodbye, friends.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
No one kind of like Halo Infinite. Now we're bringing them over. Yeah.
Play Resident Evil.
What?